Yeah, this is a PP90, I remember. Never put a sight on this.
Okay, put a kicker charge on the door.
Breach and clear! Oh! You're all gonna die. Because I'm using a mouse. Alright.
Alright, I got the launch keys. Overlord, this is Metal 01. I send
G18.
Neptune over.
Roger 01, copy Neptune.
I have the missile key, and I'm accessing the launch codes now.
Grid coordinates follow. Tango, Whiskey 056628.
Coordinates confirmed. Firing on Russian fleet in 30 seconds. Frost, get on the console.
Alright. A key.
3, 2, 1, turn. Overlord, missiles armed and launching.
Roger, SEAL team is in position for exfil.
Dude, see how fast he booked it out of here? I turn around and he's gone.
Bridge, truck, let's roll. Amen to that. Frost, punch it.
Oh, I have to drive?
Keep up with that Zodiac.
You're gonna provide covering fire, right? Because I don't think I can do much.
Missiles coming in.
Uh-oh.
Keep on going, Frost. Look out! Shoot the mines.
Where are the mines? Oh, those big red things? Yeah, that makes sense. See, whenever I hear the word mines, I think of like bouncy betties and stuff. You know, flat discs that you place on the road so a tank can run over them. That's usually what I think of. Never associate big red balls with mines. Let's get out of here.
Mission complete. All Eagles accounted for.
Roger, Metal 01, missile strikes confirmed on multiple Russian hard targets in your AO. All primary threats neutralized. Good work, team. That's one for the books.
Easy day, Overlord. Sandman out.
Easy.
All friendly
Wet
call
work.
signs. We are no longer on the defensive. I repeat, consolidate and counterattack.
This is ODA Foxtrot! The Russians are disengaging! We got them on their heels!
Beyond the jagged edges of war, there were still Russians who rejected Makarov's lunacy. Men willing to stand against the tide.
Price, we've got vital signs, but they're weak. Soap won't last without proper attention.
He's a hard bastard. Trust me, he'll make it.
We're picking up inbound signatures.
We've got company.
It's Makarov. He's tying up loose ends. Who's your best man?
Yuri, ex-Spetsnaz. Only man I know who hates Makarov more than you.
Get him. They'll use the ridgeline for cover and fly in from the south.
How do you know?
It's what I'd do.
Oh yeah, Task Force 141, Yuri. See, I remember that name.
How many of them? 3 Havocs and 4! No, 5!
And I think this is the only game Yuri was in. I don't remember.
Yuri! Yuri! Over here! We need to get soap to the chopper!
What is that?
Persona non grata. Alright. Okay, I can do that.
Balcony. We need to buy the doctor some time. Keep your eyes
MG36 foregrip, I will take that.
Let's break the courtyard. Take them down. We need to hold them off until we can move some.
I'm really, well, no, I'm not gonna say excited, but I'm looking forward to Modern Warfare a little bit. I don't know if I'm still not sure how I feel about the game because I haven't gotten to play it, and the only stuff I've seen is what other people have played. Oh, I didn't realize.
They're on the roof. We've got to get soaked to the chopper.
Price is so cool.
Yuri, you with me? Yuri, over here. Down the stairs. Move.
G36C? Oh, I love this gun. See, this gun is always so cool to me.
The courtyard's clear. Russian drone overhead.
Oh, jeez, I just hit my mic so hard. I apologize for that.
There's a weapon cache at the edge of town. We have a UGV stored there.
Then we use that to get to the chopper. Let's move. Hold fire, civilians.
I don't think these guys are civilians. Bunch of assholes. That's a grenade. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, or, jeez. The new Modern Warfare looks kinda cool, but I'm also a little bit skeptical. Like, one of the things I love that I've seen is the gunsmith. Or just the created class system in general. It looks really, really good. It's back to, you know, your traditional Call of Duty class setup system where you have a primary, secondary, tacticals, frags, or lethals, and then 3 perks. But then the gunsmith is where you can really go in depth with customization. So, you can put up to 5 attachments on a gun, but there's like 30 or I think they said 30 to 60 attachments that are available. But you can only use 5, which is good. And each one has its pros and cons. So you know, something might increase your accuracy. Whoops. Well, I don't know. But you know, I'm just speaking like hypothetically. Let's say you want to increase your accuracy, you put on a detachment, but that attachment might slow you down. Or something like that. I don't think... Yeah, I don't know specific attachments and what they do, but that's kind of how it's set up. Is it'll give you a benefit, but then it'll also have a negative side effect. So you do have to kind of pick and choose. You can set up to your playstyle and all that stuff, and all that seems really cool. You can also add perks to the gunsmith. So like, it has, I think, sleight of hand. I'm guessing it's probably gonna have steady aim or something like that. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I haven't looked at all this stuff. I mean, they had everything in the multiplayer reveal. So all this information is out there, I just haven't really looked into it that much. But it just sounds really cool. And there's other cool things, like if you have an AK-47, you can take off the stock completely and then you have an AK-74U. Or, you know, you can take an assault rifle and make a SMG variant out of it, pretty much. I was gonna try to knife him myself. I forgot knife is on E. But yeah, I really like how the creative class system looks. I like the visuals of the game. It looks really cool, but I'm really afraid that it's going to be too slow paced. Alright. Oh, PKP Pachang. Alright. I can't pick it up. So, we're not going to be able to pick it up. Yeah, the game looks cool. And it looked like it played well, but the thing about that is these were all people who are good at FPS games, people who have been playing Call of Duty for years, people who are aggressive players and know how to play Call of Duty. Ooh, 1 out of 46, alright. It's probably the only one we're ever gonna find. Oh, I think I remember this.
Yuri, you're up. What sun's condition? We've got to get him out of here. Yuri, clear a path to the chopper.
But since the matches were pretty much full of good players, the game looked like it would be fun. But once you start putting, you know, your average Call of Duty player into the game, that's what worries me. Because in Call of Duty, you tend to have players who are not so great with movement and stuff. And so they compensate for that by camping more. Now, another thing I'm not really happy about is another thing I'm not really happy about is they took the minimap away. So the only time you get a minimap is if you call on a UAV. That's it. Which means So that means you're gonna have to play a lot slower because you're not gonna be able to tell what's going on in the match, except for what's happening in front of your eyes. I hope that was supposed to happen.
Yuri, run to the chopper, move!
Alright, I'm going. Oh, jeez. Trees are falling. But yeah, without a minimap, you're basically... You're basically only looking at what's going on in front of you. And that means you're gonna have to slow down your game a lot, check all your corners, and I don't like the idea of that. Now, they did say that in multiplayer they're gonna highlight your teammates so that you can see them through walls and stuff, so that you know where your teammates are set up. Which is good, because then you can kind of determine where enemies are based on your teammates.
There he is! There's Yuri! Good, we'll need him. We're going after Makarov. Who the bloody hell's Yuri?
So,
They say truth is the first casualty of war. But who defines what's true?
I think that one username was BO2.
Truth is just a matter of perspective.
However, many Russians still blame America for the massacre at Zakhaev Airport.
The duty of every soldier is to protect the innocent, and sometimes that means preserving the lie of good and evil. That war isn't just natural selection played out on a grand scale.
But for now, it looks like the world may finally know peace.
Damn.
The only truth I've found is that the world we live in is a giant tinderbox. All it takes is someone to light the match.
Oh boy.
Moscow, this is command point on the road to Hamburg. Skies are clear.
This narrative is actually pretty relevant,
President's office is secure.
even though this game is
Lower deck is clear.
almost 8 years old.
Team 3, forward cabin is secure.
Turbulence.
Hamburg in 2 hours. Team 1 remain with the president until touchdown.
Vasily's waiting for you, father.
He's expecting an answer from me.
Team 1 moving.
I don't like him.
No one does. That's why he's good at his job.
What will you tell him?
The truth.
He won't want to hear it.
He has no choice. I'm the president. I'll see you at dinner. Mr. President. Vasily. Hello, Mr. President. President? Gentlemen, we have only 2 choices. Peace or war. Life or death. For the sake of our children, we must seek peace with the West.
President, now is not the time to appease our enemies.
We destroy our enemies when we make friends with them. If we cannot end our differences, at least...
That's gunfire! Hijackers are taking the plane! The cockpit's been breached! President, get down! Team 3, status report! We need backup! Down Team 3! Report! Fire! Everyone down! Protect the president! Code red! I repeat!
Uh-oh.
Taking the president to the safe room!
AK-74U. I'm pretty sure this gun wasn't in multiplayer. So I'm gonna use, oh shit. Let me use the gun. Oh shit. I'm reloading. Help. Jeez. FMG 9, that's another gun. Where is it? This gun. This gun was interesting because you make this gun akimbo. Oof. This was kind of overpowered, especially on PC. I remember watching people on PC use akimbo versions of this and they could snipe people across the map. Okay. Now back to what we were doing. Oh shit! Yeah. Oh god. What is that? Alright, I might remember this mission. Do I jump off? Or do I just stay? Oh, okay. Are we still alive? Are we dead? We might be alive.
Come on, Agent Kharkov. We have to find the president.
Yeah, I think I remember this. Yeah. I remember, I remember having to find the president or something, and, I couldn't remember if we did that in Modern Warfare 2, which we didn't. And then I was also thinking, maybe it was Advanced Warfare or something like that. But no, I think it was this game. It might be, actually I'm not really sure. We'll see. So going back to what I was saying about Modern Warfare is, you know, it looks like a game that might play slowly. And I really hope that's not the case. Now they have said that they're gonna monitor the beta and listen to feedback, and they might put the minimap back in multiplayer, which would definitely help a lot. I think that is something that they need to do. Otherwise, it's just gonna be really slow and really frustrating to play. Alright, I wasn't expecting this. Now you see, if I had a mini map, I would have seen that. Oh, they're coming from the left, from the right. Yeah. I really hope they put in the mini map, because another problem that there is, is Ghost. They have Ghost in the game, which makes you invisible to UAV, and if you don't have a minimap and then you don't have them appearing on the radar when you call an UAV, that's really gonna suck. Yeah, I think this is the mission, remember. Yeah.
You know who I am?
Yes.
Then you know what I want.
You're insane.
Russia will take all of Europe, even if it must stand upon a pile of ashes. I want the launch codes, Mr. President.
You'll never get them.
Every man has his weakness. Find the girl.
Damn. Mistimed that by just a second.
The Russian president never arrived in Hamburg for the peace summit. With his whereabouts currently unknown, no one is certain what this means for the peace treaty.
Looks like Makarov just played his next hand.
If he puts himself back on the grid, he wants it to be known.
So where do we start hunting?
Africa. Makarov's been using local paramilitary group to move shipments into Sierra Leone. From there, they go towards Morocco and into Spain.
He's moving north.
Right towards Her Majesty's doorstep. What's the cargo?
I don't know, but it's important to him.
Then I want it.
We can use the river to get in close. There's a factory in the camp where they store the shipments. The PRF's been waging genocide in the Highlands for months. They'll be everywhere.
Makarov wouldn't let this travel lightly if it didn't serve a greater purpose. And chances are the bastard will be there personally to see things off. If he's back on the grid, then so are we.